I'm on vacation, but all I can think about is climbing.
Though now she starts the swing.
Same way as Melody.
Yeah, true. Little twist and then drops down. See that kind of
I see ridges in the sand, I think of climbing. I see seashells, climbing.
Getting closer and closer.
This obsession with climbing probably isn't healthy, so I've come up with a plan, a deal with myself, let's say. I'm allowed to go to the climbing gym, I can climb freely and without guilt, and then I must go and swim in that ocean. But what's to delineate climbing Caleb from ocean Caleb? I've developed a little bit of a challenge. I must climb every V5 problem in the local climbing gym. This includes perhaps one of the hardest V5 problems I've ever attempted. More on that later in this video. And I've got to send them all to win this challenge and enjoy a swim during my vacation. Once I do, no more climbing. The gym has a total of 9 V5 boulder problems that I must send before I can swim in the ocean. These problems are indicated by these shells. This number excludes any in this cave area because those are not yet graded. Not so fast, Caleb. Those cave problems are now graded, meaning they are part of my count. Fortunately, however, the slab problems are new, so they're ungraded, meaning they're not part of my count. Unfortunately, again, the blue sloper problem that I'm having so much trouble with is still part of the total count of 11 problems now. So why is my entire vacation in jeopardy because of this one blue sloper problem? On the surface, it doesn't look that bad, right? Maybe to understand just how bad this blue sloper problem is, let's take a look at some of the other V5 problems in the gym. Some of the ones that are a little bit less scary. Starting with this big scary alien baby face. Look, I'm sorry. You'll notice that this problem starts with a hidden toe hook. And that's about where all of the difficulty of this problem ends. It's a very straightforward problem with one trick. So let's elevate the difficulty a little bit. Get somewhere a little bit closer, maybe, to the blue sloper problem. This problem begins with a pretty awkward crimp start, where you have one hand far to your left and another kind of right at your chest level. Then you have to move over to the right, traversing until you get to a pretty beautiful toe hook, I must say. And figuring out that toe hook was really the hardest part of this problem. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. So unlike maybe the alien baby head problem, this one has a couple more gimmicks, a couple more things that make it a little bit hard, but still very manageable, very straightforward, not vacation ruining at all. In fact, dare I say, quite pleasant, actually. Probably my favorite climb in the entire gym. I climbed it multiple times. It's just a beautiful example of forced body movement that feels amazing. Example number 3, this piece of pink nonsense. It's the type of problem that I would normally hate. The holds are small and the wall is overhung. Those two things combined make for a bad time. But it's short. So we have 3 examples, all of which have 1 or 2 difficult pieces to them, but are otherwise pretty simple, pretty straightforward. If all 11 of the V5 problems at this gym were as straightforward as these 3 examples, I'd be swimming in the ocean in no time. But of course they aren't all as straightforward. Most notably, the blue sloper problem. Let's talk about it. The blue sloper problem is a monster with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 independent aspects that come together to do their best to keep me from enjoying my damn vacation. First, the slopers themselves. See, slopers are considered the full body hold, meaning you need to use your entire body to position yourself just right in order to properly leverage one. One sloper per problem is hard enough, but an entire problem of slopers? That's sadistic. Number 2, the lack of footholds, especially toward the beginning. Not only must you hang on these slopers, but you must do it with no dedicated footholds. Rather, you need to be clever about using the slopers themselves as footholds. Reason number 3, the wall is overhung. How overhung? I don't know, I'm not an angle doctor, leave me alone. The angle makes the climb harder, I can tell you that much. Finally, the 4th reason this problem may just ruin my vacation. It's long. It starts far to the right, then goes over to the left, snakes up a bit, and then comes back to the right, ending essentially above where you started. This is a recipe for exhaustion, and is possibly the reason I may never touch that ocean. I live in Kansas. We don't have those oceans. We have windows. Come on. But Caleb, I hear you yelling, just relax. Swim in the damn ocean. Relaxation is complicated. The inability to relax can be a problem. Your body gets stuck in a fight or flight mode. Stress hormones like cortisol are released, and over time this can lead to health problems. But I don't see my preoccupation with climbing as an inability to relax. Rather, I see it as an inability to prioritize my loves. So my logic goes that if I can conquer climbing by way of some ridiculous challenge, then I can enjoy swimming in the beautiful ocean guilt-free. It's like playing a video game and saying just one more run and then I will go to sleep. I love video games and I love sleep, but sometimes those two loves compete. And if I have to create some artificial nonsense challenge to resolve that competition, so be it, I guess. And so far, it's working okay, except for that one pesky blue sloper problem. I have a feeling that this problem will stand in between me and that ocean. Finally get to swim! Oh, it's so cold! It's so cold! Maybe there's a V6 I can climb.